I welcome all of you in today's EVS session. In today's session, we are going to start new chapter more about water. Lesson number 10, more about water. Now children, have you observed water? What is the color of water? Have you smelled the water? No, the water does not have any color or any smell. Pure water has no color, no taste or smell. Now children, here's one activity. You have to perform this activity with the help of your parents or with adults. Light a candle and stand it on a table. You can see in the picture. Look at it through a cardboard. Now look at the same candle through a glass pan. What do you find? Can you see the candle? You have to think over it. You cannot see the flame through the cardboard. But when you see it through the glass, will you able to see the flame? So, from these pictures, we understand that cardboard is opaque, but glass is transparent. So, now we are going to learn new terms, transparent and opaque. So, opaque means if you cannot see through a substance, it is said to be opaque. If you are not able to see through any substance, it is said to be opaque. If we take example of door, if we close the door, can we see out of the door what's going on? No. So, door is opaque. Then transparent. If you can see through a substance, it is said to be transparent. Like when you see through a glass, you can see what's going on in next side. So glass is transparent, or even there are some transparent fibers in shops by which we can see the things which are inside the frame. So glass is transparent and wooden board or paper, these all are opaque because we cannot see anything through this substance. Now look at the candle through a glass of water. What do you find? The candle can be seen through the water in the glass as well. It means that water is transparent. We can see the things in water also. If you drop a coin in a vessel which is filled with water, you will be able to see the coin at the bottom. It means that water is transparent. So children, we have seen characteristics of water, that is it has no color, it has no taste and it has no smell, as well as water is transparent. So children, pure water has no color, no smell, no taste and it is transparent. Now another activity, take some wheat or jowar flour and some water. Take 2 dishes and 2 glasses. Put a little flour in one of the dish, pour some water in the other dish. Now put some flour in one of the glass and put some water in the other glass. You will see that a small heap of flour is formed in the dish. A heap of flour is formed in the glass as well. The glass, however, takes the shape of plate or the glass. This tells us that water takes the shape of container into which you pour it. Water has no shape, but it takes the shape of container in which we pour the water. Water does not have shape of its own. That is why it spreads when it spills on the floor. More about water, it takes the shape of its container. It spread on a flat surface. It flows down a slope. Then another experiment, For this experiment also you have to take help of your parents or adults. Heat some water on a burner. What do you see after some time? The water begins to boil. Keep it boiling for some time and observe it. What will you see? There is less water in the beaker because the steam is formed by the vapors of the water. When water becomes very cold, it freezes. That is, it turns into ice. When ice is left uncovered, it gets heat from the air around, it melts. That is, it forms water. When water gets enough heat, it turns into vapor. The boiling water in the experiment turned into vapor. That is why the water in the beaker was reduced. As steam cools, it turns into water. The plate held in the steam was cool. So the steam that collected on its outer side cooled down and droplets of water were formed. So now we are going to see states of water. The water we use every day is its liquid state. Ice is its solid state. Vapor is its gaseous state. So children, state means the form in which a substance may be found. State is the form in which a substance may be found. And water vapors are the form in which water is held in the air. So children, the air around the glass contains water vapor. When we put ice cubes in the glass becomes cold. That makes the air around the glass cold too. The water vapor in the air also cools and forms very tiny droplets of water. They make the glass moist. When chapatis have been made and griddle is still very hot, sprinkle few drops of water on it. What will you see? The drops sprinkled on the griddle become round like beads and disappear even as you watch. This tells us that the griddle is very hot. The heat from griddle changes the water into water vapor all at once. Now, next activity. Take water in a glass. Add a pinch of salt to the water. Stir it with a spoon. What will you see? You do not see the salt in water anymore. With the spoon, place a drop of this water on your tongue. You find that it tastes salty. So, this experiment tells us that water was salty. It means that the salt is still there in the water, though we cannot see it. In other words, the salt dissolved in the water. So, this is next characteristics that some substances dissolve in water. Water has to be frozen to make ice. Many people have refrigerators in which ice can be made. In factories, ice is made in large quantities. Ice candy or ice fruit is made by freezing water to which sugar, fruit juice and color have been added. So children, in this lesson we have learnt water has no color, smell or taste. Water is transparent. Water takes the shape of the container in which it is kept. Water spreads out on a flat surface. It flows down a slope. Water is found in three states: solid, liquid and gaseous. Several substances dissolve in water. So children, remember that we know liquid water has many uses, but the solid ice and the gaseous vapor are also very useful in many ways. So children, you have to read this chapter 3 times and then complete your workbook in neat and clean handwriting. Thank you. Bye.